Hello guys, it's Frosty and welcome to the channel. So today's topic is simple: fresh and fit versus ab and preach. Alright, so before you get into it, like, sub, finish the video so that you have something to comment at the end. So just to give a little bit of context for about what we're going to talk about, ab and preach, the guys that you see in this video right now, like the ones that are in the screenshot, wherever it is, they are and preach, and you probably already know that if you're watching this. But what they did is they went to a podcast of Fresh and Fit. You're going to see them in a little bit. And when they went to that podcast, they had a discussion, and then they made another video recently this weekend that was based on one of the topics that they talked about on Fresh and Fit's podcast. Fresh and Fit saw it, they didn't like it, and they started attacking, Abba and Preach. So they started attacking Abba's hair. They insulted Preach's wife, and now after some backlash from other YouTubers, because other YouTubers watched it, they made their comments, and then they were mostly on Ab and Preach's side of things. So Fresh and Fit apologized. So now let's look at the apology and see what it is, because I could have just started from the beginning, but I'm late to the party, so why not just get it to the latest stuff, like the more interesting stuff. So the title of the video is Fluke and Fraud Tried to Apologize. So they're saying that they tried. So yeah, let's hear what they have to say.
Today's topic: the boys over at Fresh and Fit decided to stop screaming, period, and posted something on their community page as an apology. Fresh and Fit, we apologize to our supporters. From this point forward, we are not going to engage in any beef. We are here to help you guys navigate women, fitness, and finances, not drama. We're going to keep giving you guys the content you subscribe for. We apologize for deviating, but we are back on track. Men already get attacked enough in the space, and we are not going to contribute to it. Best of luck to Ab and Preach in their future endeavors. See you guys tonight for Fresh and Fit After Hours.
So, let's say you don't know this beef and all that, you haven't seen anything that what these guys did, I don't think this apology is doing enough. Because here's the thing, I'll use a weird example, and I don't know if I'm going to clip this in, but for you guys who know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so there's this movie just called TMNT back in 2007, and there was a fight scene between the brothers, like Raphael and Leonardo, and Raphael is busy blaming Leo for what happened, and Leo is trying to, understand what's going on, but then they end up fighting. So the point of that weird example is that one is trying to diffuse the situation, and then the other person is trying to make the situation worse. That's the situation that I saw when it came to Abba and Preach versus Fresh and Fit. Because here's the thing, Abba and Preach, their reason for making that video, the one that was criticizing the ideas, was just trying to say, hey, it's okay if someone wants to, pay for it. If they do, that's them. You don't have to project how you view the world onto them. Because sure, a woman might not respect you if you pay for it. Sure, whatever. That was Abba's point on that. But the Fresh and Fit, I think, I watch their content. I watch almost every live podcast. I don't watch them live because I can't do that based on time differences. But the thing is, I really like their content, because with Fresh and Fit, they actually point out directly the uncomfortable stuff about people, about humans, about men and women, and that's why I like them. And then I enjoy the entertainment that comes from them exposing this reality to the one species that doesn't want to hear the reality, which is the girls. And the type of girls that they actually talk to makes it more entertaining, because they're just delusional completely. So then basically rocking their delusion boat is fun to see. So that's why I think Fresh and Fit are getting all this, because it's fun, because a lot of men want certain things to be understood by women. So when they talk to these women and they see the reactions, yeah, that's entertaining stuff. But then the difference between them and Abba and Preach is that Abba and Preach actually just talk about things, give their opinions, or just talk about things all around. So that's an exciting thing. So then that's what they did in their video. They just stayed true to their channel. That's what they did. And then Fresh and Fit made things a lot more difficult, and I'm going to talk about why it's hard to take their side in this right now. Because number one, the reason why I'm actually taking up and preach's side is because, well, I've been watching these guys longer, and I see these guys like those, let's just say those older uncles that are just out there to look out for you. Because there's sometimes where they talk about a lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense, right? For example, I made a video where just by watching one of their videos and I reacted to that video, I learned something about myself that I didn't like, and I ended up trying to fix. I'm still trying to fix it, and you can actually go find the video where I actually talked about this, where they actually helped me realize something. Whereas with Fresh and Fit, they already confirmed some of the things that I already know, and I'm talking about personally right now. Most of the stuff that they talk about, I already know, but it's just that, like a lot of my friends say, I talk and act like Myron from Fresh and Fit because I'm direct, but a lot of people don't like me. So when I saw Myron, I was like, yeah, I kind of relate to the backlash he kind of gets because he's direct. But then there are certain things that Myron did that just doesn't work. Like, for example, in this case, he goes after Preach's wife, and he basically does things that make supporting him difficult. Like he did it twice. He went against his wife in one stream, and then in a second stream. Then now they're sending this apology because apparently they're losing subscribers and all that stuff. Like, I'm gonna continue watching both, but I get something from both sides. But then this beef is just one of those things. Like when I saw Abin Preach's video, I was like, oh yeah, we know exactly what's about to happen. Then you've got, then you've got what happened, and then everything just went off the rails. But anyways, yeah, let's just continue with a little bit of this.
What do you think about their apology?
They apologized to their supporters. He didn't apologize to me or my wife or my country.
Later that same evening.
Real quick, guys, okay? Because I know this is probably on everyone's minds. We already got 6,000 plus live viewers. So thank you so much for coming in.
Only been 4 minutes.
Yeah, seriously, within 4 minutes. So guys, we'll go talk about this real fast. On this podcast, we talk about accountability, okay?
Yeah.
And we are not above taking accountability. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, we made a mistake.
Editing.
Okay? It is not cool to insult a man's country and or wife live on air. We should have kept the disagreement on the topic and not the people.
Yep.
Okay? Smart people discuss ideas, stupid people discuss people. And we made a mistake, all right? So with that said, we apologize, okay, for talking about his wife, his country, and making ad hominem attacks on them. They're fellow YouTubers. If we have disagreements, we're going to have disagreements, but the way we went about it was not right, okay?
Yeah.
So we got to hold ourselves accountable as well. And from this point forward, we're bearing the hatchet. We wish the best to Abba and Preach.
Yeah, the best, man.
We're going to keep making content, giving you guys what you want, and we're going to stay away from the drama.
That being said, the boxing, you got our number, hit us up on the side. You know where we're at. We're in Miami, so let's do it.
Yeah.
You didn't even do that.
All right, so, all right, let's break this apology down a little bit. And then I'll talk about Myron for a second. The apology, the words that he was saying make sense. They're true. They had to be said. But then the problem that I have with it, I don't think it's 100% authentic. Like I said, with Myron, you can actually tell when he's being authentic or not. So he talks about stats, facts, and all that. So because he doesn't like to give his own opinion on things, he does sometimes, especially if you watch some of his stuff with Fresh when he's talking to these women. There are many instances where he's asked by these women, do you believe this, or do you think this is wrong or right? And he doesn't want to put his morals onto it. And I understand a lot of people do that. There are certain things that you discuss, you don't put your morals in it, and that's fine. Whereas with Abba Preach, they use integrity as a pointer, saying that my integrity falls on this side. So yes, if you want to do this, do that, but my integrity falls on this thing. And Fresh and Fit missed that. So then now, because these guys are now well known for, chasing the bag, chasing the fame and the what, how do we know that this apology is not correct? Of which, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But then, it's what they did when insulting people, that makes it hard for the people involved to be like, okay, fine, because how do we know that you're not doing it for clout? So that's the thing. And the thing that I want to talk about Myron is that the reason why it's also difficult is because Myron, what he says on the podcast, if you want, like when you're listening to someone, like when you watch a movie or when you for a celebrity, I usually always say, just listen to what they say. If it makes sense, if it's helpful, then cool. Do not really care too much about who the person is. That's basically how I am when I'm watching Fresh and Fit for the most part, because what they say makes sense. Like for example, I already said that I'm usually compared to Myron from Fresh and Fit. They say that Like a lot of my friends say that I'm direct, blah blah. Like a lot of girls, like for me, with me, I don't get as many girls as my friends because I don't tolerate a lot of stuff. I'm just like Myron, like in that sense where if a chick pisses me off, I'm just like, you know what, deuces, I'm out. I don't like this. I really don't have patience. I think that's the word I was like. I don't have patience. But then, here's the thing. Since I don't have that patience, I'm not going to backtrack on certain things, right? Because if I say I don't like this, I don't like it. I'm not going to go back and try because it's something that I might get out of it. If I don't like something about something to the point where I can't deal with it, I don't. Whereas when you have Myron, I'm not saying I'm a saint here. I'm just giving an example. But with Myron, he says one thing about, don't pay for box, but then he's got these accounts for sugar daddy sites, blah blah, and then there's this thing where he's using his platform to smash other girls. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You can do all that. Like, I don't even care about all that stuff. Like, I remember watching one video from the apartments where they talked about this specifically. I was like, I don't really care about that stuff. But then that's the thing, like, people can do whatever they want. Doesn't really matter. The point is, when you're listening to these YouTube people, just make sure that you just get what they're saying. Don't really care who the person is, because if you're trying to get into who the person is, they're going to disappoint. That will taint the message. When it comes to Fresh and Fit and Myron, I knew what Myron was doing, especially after watching the Apartments video. It made sense what he does, how he does it. But then it doesn't change that what he says are facts sometimes, and they're just uncomfortable things that people don't talk about. That's fine. I appreciate that stuff. But then I'm not going to basically, hate Fresh and Fit. I don't have to. I never liked them as friends or anything like that. I just liked their content. Just their content, not who they are as people. Same as with Abba and Preach. Sure, I might like these guys more, mainly because they've got this thing that I strive to have. Like, if you watch that other video that I mentioned, they've got this thing that I want to have. Like this good side, this integrity, like these principles that they have. Some of them I want to emulate. That's why I see them more. But then I take it as it is, as I see it. The moment that I see something wrong, I just take what I know that this is right from them and then move on. If maybe Abba is not a saint as well, maybe Preach is worse, who knows? But then, based on what we've seen in the last few days with the displays, I would say that the way that Fresh and Fit handled things is not how I would want to do that. And I'd rather take Abba and Preach's approach to how they dealt with this. The whole boxing thing, I was just like, oh God, please you guys, why? I didn't even care about that stuff. But hey, they're their own grown men. Like, I'm like half Abba's age most probably, or maybe a little bit over half of his age. So you know how it is. Like, they do whatever they do. But for my Fresh and Fit guys out there, you're not going to see this video, guys. I wish you learned from this, because the thing that I was afraid of, and last point, was the fame was getting to Myron's head. It was really getting to his head. Like, the way he started debating people, like, he doesn't even know when to stop and all that stuff. Like, he was just, and it got too much, man. It got too much. So I hope this was a learning experience. Like, they don't have to talk again. Like Abba and Preach, they don't have to talk to those guys again. But I hope Fresh and Fit especially learned something from this thing. But this is my take on it. I just wanted to play just 1 minute of that stuff. But you saw the guys, you saw how it was. They apologized. Let it just end. This whole boxing thing, please. You're now wasting your own time. So, but anyways, yeah, that you're free to do whatever you want. This is Frosty, and I'm out.